Hey guys, how you doing? Coming from the great city of Waxahachie, Texas today. Man just ran 50 miles. Amazing. Wow. Okay, so this video here is on my it's my final notes for working your calves. It's about a pretty long section. I'll probably put it in 2 sections, but it's gonna be great. I promise you'll love it. All right, I'm gonna start with reps for women when they're working in their calves. It's very important. For females, I would stay in 3 sets. Your first set about 25 to 50 reps. Your second set around 15 to 25 reps. And your third set around 8 to 15 reps. Ought to do you pretty well, give you a good pump on the calf, not strain it too hard, but get it where you can build it up some and get it strong and really do well with it. Okay. For men's reps doing calf work, I'm going to ad-lib it a little bit. Me personally, I do follow what I just gave you a lot of times, especially when I just want to do burns on that calf muscle to really get a solid crunch on that muscle, get it all the way squeezed real tight, and get a good full movement on it. That rep scheme works great, gives you a great pump, and it does build the calf. Believe it or not, my calves have come a long way from the string beans they used to be. Really happy with it. Ways to go, but they're getting there. All right, so on the men's reps, I go from the reps that I just gave the females here that I do. I go all the way up to like pretty much about 415 pounds on the standing calf press, like on a Smith machine. Go pretty heavy. But when I get up in that rep range, I'm throwing 25 pounds at a time on there. And I'm, throwing 45-pound plates on, 45-pound plates on, 45-pound plates on. So I have to be a little more careful when I do that to be very diligent about being cognizant of my knees, my ankles, my Achilles, really paying attention to what I'm doing. I warm up a lot of sets. So I'm talking like 9-10 sets before I get there to go do that, because you can hurt yourself. Anyway, so I'll go all the way from starting at 25 reps to 50 reps at the bottom, all the way to like 1 or 2 reps at the top. So anyway, when you get heavy like that, it gets tough, but man, it really gives you some motivation. It's awesome. Okay, as far as toes pointed in and toes pointed out, I'm doing a lot of reading on this, a lot of looking at different articles and stuff. There's nothing really out there that I've seen that's one way or the other as to your toes pointed in, your toes pointed out, having that great of an effect on your calf as far as building the muscle. I do it toes in, toes out in my lighter weights, higher reps when I work calf, because it gives me that chance to get maybe 2-3 more reps on the end when they're turned in, 2-3 more reps when they're turned out. It's just that extra 5-6 reps that I can get when I'm using a lighter weight. Like I said, I don't never do that in heavyweight because I'm just scared to death I'm going to hurt an ankle, hurt an Achilles, hurt a knee. I don't want to do that. I don't want any hindrances in my training. I'm very cognizant about that all the time, to be very careful with my joints, tendons and stuff when I'm working out, because I don't want nothing to hold me back. I plan on doing a bodybuilding competition, a natural competition in October. I don't want no delays. I need it to happen. Okay, next we're going to look at remember to squeeze the calf at the top. When you're in that lighter weight range, it's real easy to do. Get that full squeeze of that muscle when you work that calf. What that's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to break that muscle all the way down. You're cutting off the oxygen to that muscle when you give that full contraction to that calf muscle. You're cutting off the oxygen to it. When you cut the oxygen off to it, you're breaking that muscle down. That muscle is going to go ahead and rebuild, and it's going to be stronger, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be firmer. Okay, so it's a good way to build your calves. Also, you got to remember, you be cognizant of the fact that your calves get used a lot. Being that your calves get used a lot, you really have to work them pretty hard. Even with the lighter reps and the lighter weights and higher reps, you still have to work your calves pretty hard, because they're so used to work. It takes a tremendous amount of effort and diligence to continue to work them hard so that you can gain that extra muscle structure in your calves. All right. I do cheat a little bit on my heavy calf presses, like my Smith machine, leg presses when I'm doing calves with a leg press machine, things like that, when I'm going really heavy. I do cheat. I don't necessarily bring it down quite as far as I normally do, and I may not be able to get it up all the way to the full contraction, but I'm gonna get pretty close for anywhere from 2 to 6 reps. But like I said, I'm going pretty heavy when I do that. Just be mindful not to hurt yourself when you do that. Just get yourself to that point first. You'll know when you're there. Get yourself to that point. Do plenty of warm-up sets, and you'll be okay. Just be careful, especially when you're older like me at 54. Anyway, still doing it. All right, so that's going to be the end of part 1 of this video, and I'm going to start part 2 in just a moment, and I'll get it all out to you. GoPros, stop.